Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Paul and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball shot.
Greetings and welcome to a Ball Chat Watch Along, BCN Sports Watch Along. I don't even know why I look like that on the video, but I am looking pensive, as you can see in the screenshot there. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I am looking pensive, and I like that pensive look. How I look now? I should look better now. I should look different. There you go. All right. So it's all about a thing called the big ball game, Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Watch along. Is Aston Villa for real? That's the most important thing right now. That's what we want to know. Is Aston Villa for real? We already had kickoff at the big match of the weekend. And can it maintain the same hype that we've had so far? It's been a run of the mill as well. We have Aston Villa breaking away to the box and Cucurella kicking the ball out. 5 minutes into the game so far, Aston Villa versus Chelsea, a top of the table clash. Can Aston Villa maintain its current trajectory? Are they for real? That's the question we need to ask, as it's been a whole day of football here on BCN Sports. If you're just tuning in, do remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Benton just did the AFCON watch along, and AFCON has been going on great. Do remember, tomorrow we have our main show, our pilot show tomorrow. Ball Chat Weekly will be live tomorrow, where we cover all things world football. And I'm trying to get my house in order here. Chelsea is in possession. This is a big game. This is a big game as Garnacho now on the left. Looks to cross into the box of the back post and headed away. And if you hear me sniffling, I've been fighting a cold. I don't know if it was the flu. I don't know what the hell I got. But from us here, let me just reiterate, I know Benton said it earlier, but from us here on BCN Sports, I want to wish everybody a happy holidays. However you celebrate the holidays, just want to wish you a happy holidays. Let me try to get the chat up here, so you might see some funny stuff going on in the thing so far. Don't worry about it. I'll soon come back. Try to get our chat going here. Alright, so big match. Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Still 0-0. Top of the table. Many questions will be answered after this game as Chelsea now breaks away on the right wing again with Pedro Neto looking to put the ball in the box. And here's the ball to Cole Palmer, put it in the box. Nobody's there. Cleared out. Over the next 2 games, it would have been 3 games, but Manchester United isn't anything serious, so we can't really take Manchester United as a serious team right now. But over these next 2 games, we are going to find out who Aston Villa is. Are they for real? I think they are for real, but can they maintain their current trajectory? That is the question. If Aston Villa can continue their winning form, beating Chelsea at home, that would be huge. That would be huge. And again, you might see some changes on the screen real quick. I just got to move some stuff over real quick. So don't mind the house cleaning. Just look at it as house cleaning right now. Anyway. And I'll have the scoreboard up in a second. But as we know right now, it's Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0. And there goes Caicedo in one of his classic crunching tackles within the first 10 minutes. Just make it Cameron knows these exist. Put your predictions in there. Put your predictions in as we keep going. See how the game is going. Aston Villa now trying to establish some possession, some foothold in the game here as Chelsea employs a high press. And Caicedo again with another foul. And that look like it's on McGinn at this time, the captain McGinn. Benton is trying to get in. Let me tell Benton what he needs to do. Ten minutes into the game, Aston Villa 0, Chelsea 0. Now Cucurella with in possession on the left wing. Garnacho takes it off his foot. Aston Villa is definitely maintaining their shape right now. Definitely in a 4-4-2. And they're keeping all 10 players within 20 yards. It's a very, very rigid shape. And now Chelsea tries to break behind with Pedro Neto. But headed out, and now here's Cole Palmer in possession. And Buendia with a foul on Cole Palmer. Let me try to send Benton. Let me try to send Benton a request here. As Chelsea now with a free kick in a dangerous possession here. Puts it to the box, headed out by Aston Villa, and now cleared out once more. And now Chelsea with possession, with a throw-in, halfway in Aston Villa half. I think this game is going to come down straight to the midfield. This game is 100% down to the midfield. Can Kamara, and I'm going to put it solely on Kamara's feet. What happened to my team one over there? Can Kamara and Yuri Tillemans outplay Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo? That is the ball game right there, in my opinion. Let's try to get Benton going here. And here's as Chelsea breaking into the box and it's cleared out. And here's Cole Palmer. And Kamara gets the breakaway for Aston Villa as they try to ease some pressure. And Chelsea wins it right back. And here's Garnacho now breaking into the 18-yard box. Gets the ball, Cucurella heads out. And Aston Villa again trying to break the pressure. And Chelsea's now winning it again, maintaining a high level of pressure on them there. As I said earlier, this is a big game. Big game here for, as we know, I've Benton. Benton, can you hear me?
Yeah, man, can I hear you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, everything good. I'm gonna fix up this.
A bit of technical difficulties there, but back in our place. And so, coincidentally, Cucurella up on the ground, so perfect timing.
As expected.
Um,
Was said earlier, this is a huge game. I would say for Aston Villa, but I think for both, because I think questions are still being asked of Chelsea that they need to answer.
I think for Chelsea, it's a bigger game for Chelsea. I mean, Aston Villa in some sense of the word overachieve. Um, by the way, you want me to drop the scorecard link on the bottom?
And I do it halftime. We'll do it for second half.
All right. So if you let me know if you want me to drop the link. But or if you want to put up our electronic score
I'll make sure so.
on our website on our bottom, go and run the score. But 0-0. I think for Aston Villa, I mean, if they don't get anything out of this game, no big deal. Because, you know, the coach, Unai Emery, pretty much said that Aston Villa is not in a title race. So, you know, they have pretty much overachieved in villains' eyes, some villains' eyes. And with that being said, I think that for Chelsea, they have to get 3 points or at least something out of this football game. So bigger game for Chelsea is my view.
Yep. Hold on, let me get a headphone there, because one sec.
So Chelsea is in attack. Aston Villa dropping off a bit. Ball, I guess Reece James is back into a right back position. Castillo, Joao Pedro, Trevor Chalva. About the shield?
Yeah.
Yeah. Desperate time calls for desperate measures, I guess.
But with all these results and with the results have been going so far, look, Aston Villa and Unai Emery, Unai Emery might be trying to pull a Enzo Maresca from last year, but you can't trick everybody. You are in a title race, and you don't want to give up your position that you're in right now. So you have to go for this win. It'll be difficult, but you are 7 points ahead of Chelsea for a reason. So let's see how they maintain or how they ease off this pressure as Enzo Fernandez come just close, putting the ball just right wide of his countryman's goal.
Probably should have done better there. Should at least get on target.
Yeah, and big up BM. BM says Leon Bailey definitely won't be returning to Villa. Well, BM will have tomorrow conversation. What a big people ball game now.
Why won't he return? I mean, he's an Aston Villa player. So until, Aston Villa will terminate the contract. I don't know if that are going to lead to money getting give out if they terminate it.
I don't think Aston Villa cares right now what they do with Leon Bailey. They have bigger things to worry about.
They care from a financial standpoint. Depends on the hit. At the end of the day, I think it was 20-something million dollars was the contract. We saw last year how they had quite a few players on loan. So you don't just want dash for money, so. If you want to move on from Leon Bailey, you would love to get something in return.
How many years is left on his contract? As Chelsea is definitely turning up the heat here, and that's
the man from Villa in our box, Same head I hurt him, Matty Cash.
Yeah, Matty Cash. Yeah, but that's just Matty Cash being Matty Cash. But and big up to Magin. Magin doing a captain's work there. Coming back and playing and easing up the pressure there as Cucurella fouled him in the box. How many years left to Leon Bailey? I guess we're going to have that conversation. Leon Bailey probably have what, 1 year, 2 years left on his contract. So you're not burning 20 million, and you rarely ever see players' contracts get terminated. So he might return, but he won't be playing in an Aston Villa jersey next year at this rate.
Yeah, but you can't. All right, even if it's a year, you can't just have a man sit down and play a ball. Just you're not Chelsea. Aston Villa doesn't have that luxury.
Where are you going with this conversation, Ben?
Aston Villa is not doesn't. So what I am saying is that Leon Bailey is an Aston Villa player, and he will have to go back to Aston Villa if Roma terminates the contract. What Aston Villa decides to do from that is up to Aston Villa and Leon Bailey. And based on multiple reports, it seems like Roma is willing to terminate the contract. And I'm also saying that Aston Villa is not a club that is lush with financial like Chelsea, like long money like Chelsea. So this idea of just having him chilling for a year and not play a ball or not getting anything out of him if he has a year left on the contract and just pay out, I don't necessarily think that's an Aston Villa way forward. I could be totally wrong. They want, if you would either like to A, move him off the books, or B, have somebody A, take something off, get him for another year alone.
Okay. I just say okay.
So this, according to this, I said Leon signed a contract February till 2020, June 2027, with an option for another year in 2028.
Right.
So what is 2 more years? This is what?
2 years.
Yep. And so
Chelsea. Chelsea definitely is in they're definitely in the ascendancy, and if they don't find a goal soon, they'll be kicking themselves.
So Ali Watkins is not playing, right? So it's Bundy, Milan, and Rogers leading. Morgan Rogers leading the attack for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
John McGinn and Kamara in that midfield, along with. So is that Jacob Ramsey? Who's that player? Let me go to.
So you have Rogers, Bendia, Kamara, Telemans, McGinn.
Yuri Tillemans,
Yeah.
okay. Big up, big up, big up, big up everyone on the live. English Premier League watch along. Aston Villa versus Chelsea.
The battle of the top of the Champions League hopefuls.
So Casado, Enzo, Body Shield. I mean, I think for Aston Villa, I would definitely target Body Shield. Long time Body Shield are consistently playing around, in this Chelsea team. I mean, Aston Villa seems to be dropping off when Chelsea have the ball, though. They're not really putting much pressure on the two center backs. Cucurella is way up the field. So if you pinch it, there's space to be had behind him.
Yeah, but the thing is, Chelsea's way in the ascendancy. They are playing like Aston Villa hasn't started playing as yet. This game has been played primarily in the Aston Villa half. They cannot seem to release the pressure. They cannot seem to even take a breath. So that's what I'm saying. Chelsea, they better score. It's 25 minutes. I think Chelsea better score within the next 15 minutes.
Need to see that one again regarding Garnacho sliding, overtouch, heavy touch. Seems like it slid into Kamara there, but no dice. Referee said no. I don't know if he had his studs up. Nilla still 27 minutes into the game. Good work, Kamara. Shutting the door on Cole Palmer. Good cutout, Casado. Seven straight Premier League wins for Aston Villa. Haven't had a longer top flight winning run since 1910. Nine straight.
And I think it's 10 games overall, right?
I don't even know.
I think it's
Well,
10
they
overall.
might need to make it 11 today. But one thing is that even though Chelsea has been dominant, I mean, Aston Villa don't really look frost.
Yeah, because I
They're
think
not bothered by the Chelsea dominance.
yeah, they what we're seeing is what we're seeing is they're playing in a standard 4-4-2 and keeping their line extremely narrow. So their team, their setup, they are very narrow, very compact, and like I said, they're very comfortable. So it's the onus is on Chelsea to break them down. Can they move the ball quickly? The ball is getting to the wings quickly, but then when it goes to the wings, it dies. So that's where the game is right now. But you just know it's just a matter of time before Chelsea's legs start
6
to tire.
shots for Chelsea, 0 for Aston Villa so far.
Yeah. Big up to all those that are watching right now. If you're watching on YouTube
By the way,
or Facebook, do remember hit the like, hit the
I'm not
subscribe
hearing you,
button.
Junior.
You not hear me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Check.
Only thing I just did on Zoom, I clicked stay as a participant. That's what I did. Shouldn't have anything to do with your audio. Free kick to Chelsea as a yellow card is Matty Cash picking up a yellow card. A yellow card. For Cucurella. Let's see what's going on here with Matty Cash and. Yeah, man, a straight yellow card, that man. Come on. Can't. In fact, Matty Cash not argue with that. I think I heard you click, so maybe the audio drop back in a while ago.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
That's weird.
Fifth yellow card, suspended next Premier League game. Fifth yellow card for Matty Cash.
So you can't hear me good now?
Yeah, man.
All right. I don't know what the hell happened. But anyway. By the way, your microphone are going well enough. I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the sound is pristine over there. Big up to all those watching on YouTube right now, all those watching on Facebook. Remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, it costs nothing to hit the subscribe button. We do nothing but talk sports, watch football, and have fun over here.
Update on AFCON Uganda versus Tanzania 0-0.
Wait, Enzo Maresca suspended again. The man that highly ranked by Man City. So what is Willie Caballero is the man running the line?
Yep.
This is probably, isn't this the second time so far? What? Today are what, 18 games in? Isn't this the second time so far in 18 games this year that Maresca suspended?
Something like that, yeah.
I wonder if when a manager gets suspended, them take our money off of him.
Well, he doesn't feel supported enough, so.
In the last 48 hours.
Yeah.
A lot of the attack is down Garnacho's left wing, which I want to say 60% of the Chelsea attack is down the Garnacho left wing. Garnacho inside, João Pedro. Chelsea fans want a penalty.
They're asking, referee seems to be consulting, and then referee say get up.
Either way, you know what, penalty against Emi Martinez. Oh, that's a straight dive in. What's João Pedro do? I'm trying to see how that would consider a foul. He's behind Lindelof. Chelsea again. What you mean, Pedro Neto? Food! Goal youth! No. So Chelsea drew what? In the Premier League, they drew 2. Was it last week they drew 2-2 with Newcastle?
Yeah. Last week, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. Good shot, Reece James. maybe should have done better. I saw BM ask what our thoughts on the Man United victory yesterday. I didn't watch the game because I was out and about, but all I have to say, anytime Man United can beat Newcastle, especially a Bruno Fernandes less Man United, I must say is that's an important victory.
Yeah.
Wish I would have to ask some questions about Eddie Howe, like how y'all lose them both sides. So I mean that's a good win. That's a very good 3 points for Manchester United. Very good 3 points.
Yeah. Um, Ruben has some issues though. I think he puts himself into a bind with his preferences, and now it's coming back to hurt him. So
And that's the first goal Patrick Dorgu scored.
yeah, and it's a lucky goal too.
Uh,
It's a good finish. It was a very good finish, but it's one that he won't score that any more time like that. That's just that one time. And Man U, and this is coming from a Manchester United fan who is very happy that they won. They were very lucky.
yeah, Cole Palmer, Fernandez, back to not Garnacho. Cucurella out wide. Can't get it in. One-way traffic. I can't remember last time Aston Villa crossed the half line.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think at the end of the day, like you say, I mean, I think I saw Goldbridge say something about 30% possession for Man United in that game. I didn't drill down or look at the stats, but I think that the numbers are to me irrelevant. At the end of the day, is winning the ball game, especially at this time where the games are coming thick and fast. You don't really have much time for kind of drill down on who make mistake and where to correct. You have to turn around and play a next ball game. You have to turn around quickly and play a next ball game. And so subsequently you take the 3 points. Goal youth! How does Emi Martinez allow these players to move him out of the way like that? Olympic or the man score upon him?
And it was coming. It was coming. 1-0 to Chelsea. Put this in there. So. It was definitely coming.
Let's see. All right, so Chalaba and Enzo Fernandez both, and Pedro both on a goalkeeper. Where are the Aston Villa defenders to ease their money off of the goalkeeper? Not one.
I mean, this is a tactic that we've seen employed all over right now. I mean, can we say thank you, Arsenal, for that?
No, we don't thank Arsenal for nothing. That's like one from football invented. Man always a block off goalkeeper. By the way, big up to Arsenal who secured a 2-1 victory over Brighton Hove Albion. Referee a check.
And he is giving it. It's a goal.
Okay. Your thoughts on the Arsenal victory over Brighton Hove Albion?
It is more the same. I mean, I know people going to come out now and say, well, they still look lethargic. They look less than convincing. Blah 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 blah. But guess what? A win is a win. A win is a win.
You take the 3 points, especially no. You take the 3 points.
Exactly.
Well, I guess anytime you take the 3 points, but no more than ever. I think the Man City victory against Forest 2-1 and kind of just draw the similarities between people moving out, goalkeeper out of the way. We saw Forest on corner kicks muscling Donnarumma. And, was Guardiola and others were very physical to get those people off. Mekalenko. In fact, they almost got into argument one time. So you have to protect the goalkeeper, but Donnarumma is a big man still.
Yep. As we know, to the goal icon for João Pedro. João Pedro is credited with the goal, so that's what the goal icon, the ball up over his name is for. Yo, BC and a step up this year, though. Don't play with us.
Well, what, this year or the year? Which year?
This
Next
year coming up.
This...
So people, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button. It costs nothing. And at worst case, you know that us here at BCN Sports, we like to have fun talking sports, talking all sports. So hit the like, hit the subscribe button, especially on YouTube. Please, 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 please hit the subscribe button. We'll be on again tomorrow at 5 p.m. for our World Football Show tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern, where we talk all things world football. AFCON is going on. We're going to discuss that heavy, as Benton has been watching AFCON. I haven't, because I don't have BN Sports. That's Chelsea in the box. And McGinn again doing more defensive work. Cucurella kill him. And McGinn just kicked down Cucurella for no
McGinn should
reason.
get a yellow card, sir. By the way, Ruben Diaz should have gotten a second yellow earlier in the Man City game.
That's something definitely we have to talk about tomorrow. But for Arsenal though, win is a win. Win is a win. And the more we keep saying win is a win, is the closer they will be to realizing their dream. So they can't stop now. Here's Pedro Nita putting the ball in the box again. Cole Palmer on a dangerous spot and comfortably in the end by Emi Martinez. So, is it? You think Unai Emery is cool with where he is right now, or is he thinking get to halftime, we got to make some changes?
Oh, Matty Cash and Cucurella there. Yeah.
Because I have a feeling Unai Emery's okay with where the game is right now. In a weird kind of way.
Yeah.
I think he's okay with where the game is.
All right. So all right. So yeah. It's a huge gamble here by Unai. I mean, I don't know. I guess he probably given Amadou Onana a break, but I like Amadou Onana's physicality in a game versus Chelsea over Kamara. I mean, so he, Bondia is a very good attacking player, but he's not getting any sauce on. He's not getting the ball. I mean, and especially when he gets it, he's not getting any attacking third. So there's a lot of defensive work that needs to be done. So the idea of playing, Kamara and Tillemans at the back play in a double pivot, I think it's probably backfiring a little bit for Unai, because they're spending more time defending than they actually spend. I understand that you have to attack at some point, but I don't think you have the right defender in the starting 11, as in this midfield. You have very physical players in the Chelsea midfield, Enzo and Caicedo. I mean, much more physical against the Villa's midfield. So Bondia needs to come find the ball. Yo, what kind of idiot goal this goalkeeper gave up? We've seen the replay of the goal.
Emmy was more trying to get a call more than playing the ball.
More committed to holding the man than actually go for the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wagwan, we can't hear none from Michelle as we have Enzo Fernandez down.
BM asking who you think going to win the AFCON.
AFCON, so Morocco is tournament favorite because they're the hosts. Ivory Coast won it last as a host. So it seems like a tournament where the host can have a good run. Of course, Morocco did quite well at the 2022 World Cup, right? There was a special run by that Moroccan team. And then put that with the victory in the Arab Cup. Recently Ashraf Hakimi is injured and he's part of the group, but he's a very big miss because what he does going forward to give them support helps immensely. Who I want to win and who I think going to win. I think Morocco is probably going to win, but who I want to win is Senegal. And the simple reason is because I think Senegal is a very talented team and should be able to take more command of African football because the depth of talent that he has. I mean, when you look at the Senegalese team today that drew with DR Congo. Yo, fall ref! Morgan Rogers followed by Body Shield. Get Morgan Rogers on Body Shield all day. We'll take that. Villains will take that matchup. Yeah, but Body Shield not even play the ball. Him just push on him, man. What kind of defending that? And last man, No, but so I have very high hopes for Senegalese football. I would love to see Senegal take a next step in its growth as a team. And what I mean next step, win AFCON and go to the World Cup and make some serious.
But that's good that you want them to. Can they win this AFCON?
I think they can. They can. And this is based on how they qualified for the World Cup. They qualified in style. There was a lot of questions I had about the new coach, Papetois, because of course he's replaced Cameroon's coach. Can't remember his name. I just know him as Cameroon's coach, Nati. And so Papetois now has some big shoes to fill. And the fact that they qualified for the World Cup in style meant that this team has some level of confidence flowing, but it's just no, would I love to see them take it a step further? Because you have a team that like Pape Sarr of Tottenham can't get them run. Ismaila Sarr now playing no ball. And they have put on a union Mbe today and Wasi. So they have players. It's just can they take the next step?
Right. As we're at halftime, Chelsea leading Aston Villa 1-0. So you're not big believers in Egypt.
No, sir. Egypt at one man or 1.5 men side.
Right.
Salah is a straw that stirs that drink, and Salah old. Marmoush, I don't know what going Marmoush from the Marmoush that we saw last year at Man City when they transferred him in the January window was on fire. This Marmoush this year look regular. And they need him to play well for Egypt to have a serious. No, I don't have Egypt. I think Morocco is Morocco's tournament. Defending champ Ivory Coast, I think it's kind of old with Frank Kessie. I also think that Ivory Coast not drafting Adingra, the last tournament MVP, who, yes, I mean, he was at Brighton, them send him on loan, I think at Sunderland him there and he not really play as much. But like Mohamed Salah said, in life, reputation and name, what you have earned supposed to help you in the next tournament. I help you in this life. And I think that Adingra, what he earned from the last tournament should have warranted him being called into this Ivory Coast team because he can give them something off the bench. But back to the Premier League game, first half, and we need to put up the score. 1-0 Chelsea leading. Aston Villa, well, maybe it's a 2-half game. We saw last week Newcastle dominated Chelsea in the first half, and Chelsea dominated Newcastle in the second half. So maybe it's the reverse this week. Maybe Aston Villa going to dominate. Because I expected Aston Villa as a big side in terms of form to at least test Robert Sanchez a little bit. And they haven't done that. Morgan Rogers haven't been able to get on the ball. Bundia, really do nothing for him start. First start in a long time.
Yeah, but the thing is, right now, this game right now, all right, that's why I asked at the 30-something minute mark, do you think Unai Emery is okay with where things stand? Do you think he's happy with where things stand?
No.
And so changes would have to be made. Obviously, Ali Watkins is the first name that comes up. Does he give Malen a supporting player, or do they play two up front? Because right now, Malen is doing the graveyard shift. Malen's name hasn't been called the whole game. If you put a second striker up there, you're removing one defender from your compact 8 or 9 that is in front of the ball, and then the goalkeeper make 10. So it's a tricky proposition. Who would you take off? McGinn, we've seen McGinn do some good work coming back, tracking back into the box, winning the ball, releasing pressure. We've seen Morgan Rogers do the same thing. Buendia is trying. You can't remove Kamara or Tillemans. You can't. They have been holding up as much as they can. So I think short of a formation change, there isn't much that can be done with the team in terms of changing the team structure right now. What they need to do though is change their approach. Now, could they go to a back 3? I would consider a back 3, to be honest. I would consider a back 3. If you put a back 3, in essence, what I would do with my back 3 is I would dedicate 2 of those players to man mark João Pedro and Cole Palmer. And then the third one roams as a sweeper, and then my wing backs come back and cover Garnacho and Neto. And would try to release the pressure that way. That's how I would drop Tillemans back in a back 3. That's how I would approach it.
I would say, all right, I would give this starting 11 another 10 minutes max to prove me otherwise. Second half. My first sub is, and there's a bit of personnel change, which I think needs to happen. Morgan Rogers has flourished down the left side occasionally during the season.
Right.
And now he's drifting over on the right side. So what I would do, I would take off Bundia. I said, this may not necessarily be the game for Bundia. Because Bundia is a tricky player, needs a lot of time on the ball sometimes to do what he needs to do. With this Chelsea team, with Caicedo around, you're not going to really get a whole heap of time. I would take off Bundia, and I said, look, move Tillemans up into the 10, put on Amadou Onana, keep the back 4 CM, put Amadou Onana beside Kamara, put Morgan Rogers on the left, and Tillemans in I 10. Keep Danny Milan on because ultimately now you have to attack. You can't just spend a game dropping off and hope for best. I mean, at some point you have to go find goals. And I think the most effective way that Aston Villa has scored goals so far this season with that formation are with Ali Watkins leading the line. And I think that the fact that Ali Watkins haven't been lighting up, the goal scorer are done a lot this season. I can see with Milan staying on the field. But I would take Tillemans and move him further up the park and put Kamara with Amadou Onana. Hoping that Amadou Onana is 100% fit. Because what Tillemans give me is not only the ability to pass, but his ability to shoot from outside the 18. He does possess a shot there, and I think Morgan Rogers now gets a bit more freedom to be able to run at the Chelsea defense once they pick up the ball.
Right.
John McGinn is just dropping off way too deep for this team. You need somebody else to do all this heavy lifting, and that's where Amadou Onana comes in. You need somebody else to do this.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change the back four. I would leave Madsen on knowing that he's a defensive liability, but the fact that he can overlap will help to pull off some of these Chelsea attackers and help and tell them to stay home. Force Pedro Neto to do some defensive work, you know. But it's a bit of a strange starting 11, I think, from Unai Emery. But he knows best. He's a good manager.
You say he knows best. I mean, it is. What am I tell you? It rough. It rough because I hear you. I like the choice you make, but I think you do it. You're going to the high risk, high reward kind of a scenario, especially knowing that there's always a chance that this Chelsea team will let you back in, right? And one must be thinking to themselves right now, why is that not a possibility?
With this Chelsea team letting you back in?
Yes.
Well, we know the Chelsea team is just an up and down side. They're very moody. They fluctuate from time to time, and there's vulnerability in the back. Body Shield hasn't started what? I can't remember last time. And Body Shield, I think that Body Shield is a liability back there. We know that Chelsea is always vulnerable with a red card. We don't know, so that we've seen the defensive errors or mistakes that they've made throughout the season, and they have gotten cards late in the game. But I would take that risk. I cannot allow. And the reason why I'll take that risk. So a couple of things. I am sitting in 7 points ahead of this team. And I know that my 7 points is worth the fact that I am 7 points ahead of this team. I am 7 points better than this team. So I'm not gonna go to Stamford Bridge. This is not Drogba or Jose Mourinho Chelsea. I'm not gonna be passive against this team. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna respect them as an opponent, but I'm gonna show this Chelsea team that they will have to defend against my attack. I'm not gonna resort to just inviting this Chelsea in and then hope for a counter-attack goal and then send it long for Morgan Rogers. No, I'm telling this Chelsea team, like, look, if you want to beat me, you're going to beat me playing my style, my attacking football. Amadou Onana at my base, running, charging into the box for supporting and crosses. And for Villa. So that's the way I would encounter this Chelsea team, because I know that this Chelsea team is vulnerable when put under pressure. When you're just sitting off of them now, you're inviting them to build and grow in that confidence. Right. We saw Newcastle play them off the park last week in the first half. And then, Gordon, Harvey Barnes, all of them missed a bag of goals. And granted, Chelsea did play exceptionally well in that second half. But if Newcastle had scored their chances, we would be saying something totally different. And what did Newcastle did? Newcastle went at them. Yeah. So I wouldn't I would not be dropping off this Chelsea team. Hell no.
We'll see. Ali Watkins going through the paces. It looks like getting ready, warming up at the break. So it looked like he'll be coming on, being introduced soon, which kind of goes against what you and I
we're even thinking. I mean, put it on Ali Watkins right now. If you're going to put him on for Mullen, you're just wasting time at that point.
Well, I guess you're probably saying that Mullins hold up play is not good enough.
We can't have hold up play if the ball don't reach him.
Well, maybe we need to run back, go get you, and then hold you, kick it himself, and hold you up. I mean, I don't know. We do know Ali Watkins tend to drift out. Sometimes he can take the ball and drift out wide, and so he does have some flexibilities. I trust Unai Emery heavily. I think I disagree with this approach, but I did not buy a coaching license last week, so I maybe, and so this is probably part of the mindset, right? The issues why Unai said that they are not a title contending team. Talk to me 35 games in the season. Because if I am sitting, this is probably why my teams then wouldn't probably win anything. Because if I am sitting where I am, where Villa is sitting, I'm not going to Stamford Bridge playing Chelsea and act like, yo, we are going to show these guys great respect and we're going to drop off in line of 4 and allow Castillo to play a ball. And I'm going man up, playing my attacking football, telling Morgan Rogers, anytime you get the ball, run at Body Shield, run at Trevor Chalba, let them kick you and foul you, and let's get one of them a red card. And let's test Robert Sanchez. We know Robert Sanchez is a weak link in this goal. And in fact, I am even pressing this Chelsea team. So, I don't know, maybe some of the Christmas hangover for Unai Emery.
Maybe he needs to go on the scale. Maybe he lost some of his kahunas. And needs to go on the scale and check his weight.
And maybe this is why Unai Emery is a very good manager. He's a great manager, but he's not a superb manager. And he's not in the echelons of the greats, right, in the game right now. Because I don't see Jurgen Klopp with Aston Villa positioning right now, going to Stamford. If Jurgen Klopp is coaching Aston Villa and going to Stamford Bridge, if not, go down there and drop off against this team. You say, yo, heavy metal football, I want you. You idiot, against this team? No, come on. But the coach seems to believe that this is the approach I need to take.
Well, we're going to see. Let's see how the second half plays out, because you know how it goes. If it changes and it stays, as we see, Ali Watkins going through the paces for sure. So he looked like he's definitely either coming on now or he'll be coming on very, very soon. But first, let's see how Aston Villa approach a game as we're looking.
Let me step away before the second half.
Yeah, go ahead, because I'll get everything situated here. As we're getting ready for kickoff of the second half. Don't look like any changes as yet has been made. And we have kickoff. So I've kicked off the second half. Chelsea leading 1-0. So far, no changes have been made since halftime. We did see Ali Watkins going through the paces, so we know he should be coming on soon. As Camara turned and taken down by Enzo. We have a free kick for Aston Villa deep in their own half. You're watching the BCN Sports Watch Along. Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Do remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button right now on YouTube. Also hit the like button. No changes either way. Goal from a corner kick is the only difference between both games that was given to João Pedro. Here's Garnacho now breaking more the same, chipping the ball to the back post, and Pedro Neto is asking for a handball, so he didn't touch it. This looks, he is convinced the ball did hit the Aston Villa defender hand. Let me see what happens here. It definitely did touch his hand. It definitely did touch. Who is that, Matt? Who is that? Is that a substitute?
Yeah, but not a penalty, that.
It could, we've seen penalties given for less, as it did touch Matson's hand.
So I don't think Matson extended his hand.
Yes, he did.
To interrupt or stop the ball.
He did, but what his saving grace is, it looked like he had his head down and he did not see it. But that definitely, I wouldn't have been surprised. But it's not a penalty, but I wouldn't have been surprised if it was given.
All right, so and this kind of leads me back to this Aston Villa setup. So they didn't make a sub.
No.
So all right, if that was given as a penalty, no. So then what do? You roll out Ali Watkins and hope for a goal now. So this is where, yeah, Unai, yeah, you just supposed to beat them like a blue side there, you know.
Yeah, because you're 7 points ahead of them. From that perspective, yeah. Boy, when Chelsea's in the mood,
right.
though, they are something else when they are in the mood.
All right, you see, Bondia just picked up the ball a while ago, and you saw Cucurella just take him off. Right? But this is why Bondia is on the field. You're on the field. When you pick up ball like that, you're not supposed to make no man look a bug, no fear man clear you off a ball. You're supposed to dismiss that fool and get your team attack going forward. So the strategy of playing Bondia to ignite this Aston Villa offense is not working.
BM says Unai Emery is underrated as a coach. His resume is very impressive.
I rate Unai Emery as a great manager, but he's not a superb manager. He will build a team. He's not Pep and he's not Klopp. And he has coached in places with the resources afforded him to achieve those level of success. But he's not that type. I don't think he's that type of personality. He was at PSG. He was at Arsenal. I mean, he's not that type of personality to take these teams, take big name teams with big personality to great heights. That's not his team. Villarreal, Sevilla built a very good team. Won Europa League. You know, it's just I feel him level this. I mean,
Unai Emery, you said he's a great coach, but then you added the extra adjective of extra layer of superb.
He's not a superb. He's not in my book.
And if we have different layers of coaches, you have great. If you have great, you have superb, and I would even put another word there as elite. That's how far back. If I were to call Unai Emery a great coach, Unai Emery to me is what David Moyes should have been. That is Unai Emery to me. David Moyes
but
in
I
his
think
prime
Moyes
years.
was like that at Everton.
But what Unai Emery has that David Moyes doesn't have is trophies, significant trophies. Now PSG, you can argue. All you have to do is be a decent coach, and you will win a championship at PSG. That's a fair argument. But then Villarreal having the Europa Cup there put him a little bit above Unai, in my opinion. Put him up there.
Put him above David Moyes.
And that's why I said that is where David Moyes should have been. But you're right. He's not. You see, what Unai Emery is missing, as we have a shot from outside the box from Morgan Rogers, and it took a deflection and is now a corner for Aston Villa. What Unai Emery is missing that could help Aston Villa is what Claudio Ranieri brought to Leicester City. That little belief that if we are on high, let's ride the high. Unai Emery, like I said earlier, seems to give a little bit too much respect.
Yeah, man, give too much respect to some teams. I in that vein, I don't really want. I discredit his resume, because a part of me probably including the David Moyes with him kind of sick my stomach a little bit, because when I say it, that probably a little bit harsh, because his resume is quite impressive. When you look at Villarreal, Sevilla, and the places he has been, but then when I saw Unai Emery
as Cole Palmer breaks, and this has to be a goal.
Yeah.
And McGinn again doing more defensive work that he does it in offense, as he took the goal off Garnacho's feet as Cole Palmer was setting it on a platter for him.
So this is the way Aston Villa approach this game. They will not go forward at some point. This is what
they have to release the pressure to go forward. So we are hoping they can get forward, but they have to have the ball to go forward.
Yeah, but when they had the ball, the man who was supposed to possess the ball, Bondia, can't keep it. He turned it over quickly.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So take off Bondia.
Yeah,
and maybe it's an unfair thing for Bondia being in. Like I said, I give Bondia 10 more minutes and then me make a sub.
Yeah.
Bondia coming off and I'm putting on Onana. And I tell him Morgan Rogers to go out left.
Yeah. Big up to all those that are watching right now. So the YouTube, the Facebook people running in. Do remember, hit the subscribe button. If you have a chance, come over on YouTube. I hit the subscribe button on BCN Sports. You know what? Let me put I'm gonna put the YouTube link in the Facebook chat. And I want the people on Facebook, just hit the subscribe button on the YouTube link.
But it seems like it's inevitable for Chelsea to get a second. It's at this rate.
We're definitely trending that way. But the game, like, if we were watching, and I'm trying not to sound disrespectful to them, but if we were watching Arsenal.
Oh, what's your goal, youth?
Nope. Or if we were watching Real Madrid, Barcelona, you'll have say it's a matter of time before the floodgates open. But because it's a Chelsea, and Chelsea seem to have a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality, you're also thinking at any moment they will have a brain freeze and Aston Villa will get a chance. And I think that's what Aston Villa is banking on.
Good turn, good work.
And Yuri Tillemans get caught again. But here goes the brain freeze moment. Here goes the brain freeze moment. Here it is.
Chelsea gave it back, but they can't keep possession of the ball.
Here it is right here. This is it.
Bondia.
And this is what Rodgers does now. Took a deflection and another corner kick. Those moments right there for Chelsea is what gives Aston Villa hope. Why Emi Martinez is a very good goalkeeper. Very good goalkeeper.
Yeah, good save.
Granted, he put himself in that position, to be honest, but
well done. You know what? Take off Milan, come. One more corner, one more chance here, get brother. Come. Why Rhys James look tidy? Rhys James look like a man who have played ball for years and ready for retire.
He look like he's about to give away a penalty too.
So what's a referee? Rhys James, I said, I'm tired of them look if foolishness here. I can't bother with them and hug up man and them thing yeah. And this is the same thing they might try because they might try crowd Robert Sanchez and now Morgan Rogers and Rhys James each get yellow card. The referee I do. Make him man them battle thing out, brother. Alright, was it only Morgan and Rogers who got a yeah, both of them got a yellow. What?
We go ahead and add the yellow card here to Rogers.
Gone, Cucurella, ball to Pedro Neto. Ball to Pedro Neto. Outside of the football to Pedro Neto, Cucurella, outside of the right foot. That is too much. Stafari, I'm gonna put on Jadon Sancho.
How ironic, Jadon Sancho.
I'm gonna put on Jadon Sancho.
And your boy.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, forward. Okay. Oh, no, come on. All right, I'm not care what say. One day, come off I feel. Talk about me? I make up your nose about me? Of course you. Come off the field. Yeah, man. I mean, and it's to be fair to Bundy, this is not necessarily a game for you. You need to play Bundy against one of them look a fluxy side there. Like Wolverhampton.
No, is this a formation change?
So Tillermans is gonna move from his position and go further up. So Sancho now, so John McGinn is coming off.
I would have never taken off McGinn. I mean, are you chasing the game? I get it. But McGinn has done so much to keep Garnacho at bay.
Yeah, man, take him off, yes. That's fine. I mean, that do a whole heap of work. Take him off. It look like he needs to go do the weight scale.
I soon put the confirmation of the substitutions on because I am not convinced that.
So now Tillermans go forward. Sancho out. Right side. Sancho. When him did they are United, when him did say him want to play right or left, which one?
Right.
Right, okay. All right.
So so Ali Watkins replacing Malin up top then.
Yes.
All right, let me make that substitution. Substitutions.
Morgan Rogers will stay out left. Sancho right. And Tillermans right behind Watkins. And Onana and Kamara. Matson. Kamara. Mercy, man. What kind of idiot pass that, Bridget? All right.
So I'm going to put
Ball Villa. Ball Villa. Ball Villa. Ball Villa. Ball Villa. Yo, man, yo. It come like him never want to pass the ball to Kamara. And Chelsea kick away for sure. Simple football. Just 2-3 passes. You dissect Chelsea team.
So is it fair to say now that they're now playing 4-3-3?
4-3-3.
They're playing
I think
4-3-3.
they're playing 4-2-3-1. I 10 men that 2
So
plus 4
Tillemans going forward and leave Kamara and Onana.
Yeah.
All right.
Lindelof, look at the ball, the youth. Morgan Rogers. Switch. You see me get excited when Chelsea are playing. Cross youth. Goal youth. Yo, Tillemans was wide open. Why Matty Cash takes so long to see the man?
So warning signs should be going up for Chelsea right now. They need to make some changes. As now Chelsea now giving away the ball, and now Chelsea cannot seem to break the press. And this has to be a goal for Watkins, and it definitely is. Ali Watkins, 1-1.
Hey, weird. But, hey, look at the offside.
No, it's not offside. That's a clear goal. Easy.
Did he score a goal or did Sanchez score himself?
It's Sanchez kick it back on him. But it is, and this is the thing that we were talking about earlier, where you can almost bank on Chelsea just giving. I don't know, boy.
Body Shield give away the ball. Again, Onana cut it out. Yo, and again, sometimes we not pop a shoulder, tap a collar, you know, but we watch a heap of ball game. And maybe we watch more ball game than the managers sometimes. And we say, yo, you need to put some pressure on this Chelsea team. Especially Body Shield and them on there.
Yep.
I mean, come on. All right, now Chelsea need to respond and respond accordingly. And Una excited for the goalie. It seems like he never expect them to score.
As he should.
He look all surprised. Let me see now. Chelsea. See where the issues are for Chelsea.
Where the issues are for Chelsea is that they came out the second half thinking the game is done. That's where the issue is for Chelsea right now. There's nowhere else for you to look. I mean, you'll just be. It's actually comical to see what is going on.
All right, Chelsea needs Estevao up on the field. This Aston Villa team now Aston Villa dominate the midfield. They move Tillemans further up. All right, ball you, Matty Cash in, put it on the plate to him. Kind of idiot cross that. You need Estevao up on the field to tell the Aston Villa attackers they need to come back and help defend. Especially on the right side of Pedro. Take off Nacho and put Pedro Neto up on the left and put Estevao up on the right.
Yeah.
Also, in midfield for Chelsea. Well, a part of me would have said, I don't even know what. A part of me want you to take off either draw Pedro or Cole Palmer. For Delap.
Delap.
And the reason being is that you have a team now that is in Aston Villa that is going to come forward further. All right, Delap is a more physical player, and Delap is definitely a harder tackler than these two players. Of course, he not possess the. Wait, a Sancho that?
The dad.
Why Morgan Rogers youth?
Ball. Yo.
And I'm not score that. Him kick the ball straight in that man's face. Ian Matson supposed to score that against his whole club.
No, put the ball cross the ball to
Pass the
Tillemans.
ball. Look where you're Tillerman stand up. Come off I feel. But I take him off I feel. Look where you're Tillerman stand up. Put the ball. Any look at jink over the top. A straight goal.
So Tillemans still can't believe it.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut and I'm gonna tell him take him off immediately. What kind of foolishness is that? Yeah, Junior, look like Sancho found a home now. Ball youth!
Benton, Sancho was just as surprised as you that he got by the defender and got free.
But he did though. Surprise or not.
And it won't happen again. We see the one Aston Villa fan with him shirt off. The man just take a big stogie.
Yeah, smoking. He better might as well him smoke too early.
As Yuri Tillemans with a corner kick, take it and kicked it straight to Cole Palmer. And here's Pedro Neto and Cucurella. Get the ball to Cole Palmer now, breaking away. This is 3 against 3.
Nacho ball! Can I eat that crap? Take off Palmer, no. What is that? And look how Enzo Fernandez run go sell himself.
But you see that this is what you were asking from Buendia, what Sancho just did. And look at how easy
Rajas.
Aston Villa is breaking the press. And we have another yellow card
Rajas.
going to Chalobah. So second yellow card for Chelsea. All in their back four. Chelsea is definitely in sixes and sevens right now. And they're definitely
Alright, so the subs them coming on. The
making
lap coming
3
on.
substitutions.
So where Estevao there? Gitten. We take off Cucurella.
Yeah.
It seems like him have a strain. Seems like he's not doing well. Yeah, some are going on. But
Right.
yeah, Pedro have come off, I feel. Garnacho have come off, I feel.
So we have Dillap, number 9, coming off on number 20.
So I go on with Estevao. Yeah, save him to the 78th minute.
Your guess is as good as mine right at this point.
Alright, at 70th minute, at 70th minute no. At 70th minute no. So why not bring him on? Ali Watkins at them again, behind. Oh, heavy touch, Ali Watkins. Watch out, lay the ball back the youth. Watch out. Yeah, I'm going with this goalkeeper here. I was a bit surprised that Sanchez oh, it ricochet off Caicedo.
So I have Dillap for João Pedro.
And Gittens for Garnacho. Gittens out wide. Walk
Weird.
1-on-1. Cross. Tanzania leading Uganda 1-0 in AFCON. 69 minutes of play. Nigeria versus Tunisia. A big game at 3 p.m.
Malo Gusto for
Baliot.
Uganda.
As Caicedo gets a yellow card. Dillap just gets a yellow card. Yo, Chelsea, man, the referee handing out yellows to Chelsea like a gift for Christmas. Free kick to Aston Villa. And Esteval coming. What? Esteval coming on. For Moses. Weird. For Cole Palmer. Come on, Fifield. Send Pedro Neto to the left. So now weird. No, can't send Pedro Neto to the left. So weird. Gitten's already on the left. How would I do? So Cole Palmer looks very unhappy.
I'm saying, no, I try keep up with the substitutions. All right,
So Cole Esteval on for Cole Palmer.
yeah.
Free kick to Aston Villa. Morgan Rogers standing over it. Oh, good try though. Not a bad effort at all. Not a bad effort by Morgan Rogers. By the way, I will be here. You decide say now go jiu-jitsu, so
Oh, okay.
our jiu-jitsu class must cancel, so I move till tomorrow. So I am here.
So no yellow card to Liam Delap. And Moses Caicedo. Right.
Smash the like button. Smash the like button wherever you're watching us. Subscribe to the channel BCN Sports. Watch along of English Premier League action. Unai Emery very active in the touchline there, on the touchline.
He must be thinking that he can probably steal this. I don't even know if it's steal because, like I said, at the end of the first half, you're watching this game and you feel like they have Chelsea right where they want them to, and it's so said, so done.
All right, so it seems like Esteval is what, playing the number 10 role?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And here's Gittens. And a clumsy tackle there by Tillemans on Enzo Fernandez, top of the 18. That was a very clumsy tackle. Shout out to all those checking in on Facebook. I put the YouTube link in the chat. Do remember, go ahead and just hit the subscribe button. This is a dangerous free kick here for Chelsea.
You have to take some special to beat Emi Martinez from this.
I agree, but it's a dangerous free kick.
We know it's a Reece James done free kick specialist,
Yeah,
but
the black David Beckham. Cole Palmer is probably even pissed off because this is a Cole Palmer position right now.
yeah, Cole Palmer, go sit down, brother. Up to you. The coach say, come off I feel, come off I feel. Not a long talking. Enzo Maresca side. Well, we think. Yeah, you see how one little bumble goal, get a buck-up goal, give Ali Watkins new lease on life. Confidence up, him at work.
When you said buck up goal, I thought you were talking about Chelsea's goal.
I forgot Chelsea goal. Remind me again.
Yeah, the buck up goal for the corner.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which is even 20 times worse.
I don't understand this idea of putting Estevao in the center there, so I mean I mean, well, maybe so wait, so you're telling me them put Estevao in the center right there, so right where Andre on Onana around things. Them not mean the young man no good.
But I mean, his pace is there to so he's clearly man marking Onana. So he's being deployed to help release Onana's pressure on the game, which he can. He has the speed.
All right, see him get the ball out wide in space, yeah. Take beating boy. Okay, good work, Rogers. I almost get a salad, you know.
Yeah. So when Aston Villa is in possession, he's clearly being deployed to mark Onana. Is that another yellow card? Kamara?
Yeah, Kamara getting a yellow. I guess him kick down Casado. Corner kick to Chelsea. EPL festive fixture. Corner kick into the box. And this time, Emi Martinez did. I guess there's no João Pedro there to disrupt him.
And this is his 5th yellow card, so Kamara misses the game against Arsenal. Well, Onana will definitely start that game then.
Yeah, but I think they're best with the two of them.
Well,
something.
That's true. So Tielemans, but Buendia, I mean, Arsenal will give them space to play. As we see Aston Villa now breaking down with Sancho, putting the ball in a dangerous spot, but nobody read it or was running towards it. So
Sancho a madman. When I cross the ball, when you cross the ball, you're supposed to look up and see who did it.
Yeah.
There's no way Ali Watkins are going to charge him to get that ball. That ball was too close to Sanchez. I thought just keep driving down the line and then cut back the ball.
Yeah, but yeah.
I guess Pep, when Pep probably watching the game, probably saw Kamara pick up a yellow card, say, boy, there goes my game to mess up Arsenal's lead.
As Aston Villa readies 2 more subs.
Because Aston Villa has been a thorn in Arteta's Arsenal side.
As we're in the 80th minute, 10 minutes to even the game. Do remember, people, if you hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Do remember, hit the subscribe button. I've put the YouTube chat in the Facebook chat. Go there, hit the subscribe.
Good work. Play to Fernandes, no. This is part of the problem with Chelsea. It's like them too selfish. Pass the ball to Fernandes.
I know Fernandes have a second chance. Get it back to him. And he tried to give it to Fernandes there.
Yeah, but them ball you give him now, that's supposed to give him the first ball where you're dribbling in the box. We are cutting outside for take shot for. Yeah. Pass the ball to him, man. Oh, this our brother. No, I'm not. No. Corner kick to Chelsea. I broke got them up put on. Yo, Onana is huge on those corner kicks. Man is huge.
Makes you wonder why he wasn't starting.
Yeah, maybe. Is it, how many yellow cards has he received so far? Is it? Because, I can see if both of them are on 4 yellow cards, I can see Unai said, okay, I want to protect at least one of them and just kind of keep one back, so maybe from a suspension.
And here comes the substitutions. And it's taking off Kamara now. Alright, they thought he was taking off Kamara. Oh, he's taking off Kamara. So Digny and Matson is on for Kamara and your boy up on the left back. Interesting. So I would have kept Kamara on. I know he's been yapping that the referee just got the yellow card, but he's already getting suspended in the next game. You're not saving anything.
I think I misspoke earlier and I called Andre
Ball!
Andre Onana. So I want to apologize to Amadou. Because I don't want to mix him up with the bug Onana.
Hey, well.
So it seems that Amadou Onana had accumulated 2 yellow cards for the club by late 2025. So if you have that player with reckless abandon as he's only 2 yellow cards. Whoa.
So I put on Bogart.
Yeah, this is a Bogart, brother. Yeah. Let's see. On that previous attack, Ali Watkins, goal youth! 2-1.
Amazing. Ali Watkins came on and put on 2 goals.
I was about to say, a few years ago, Ali Watkins, and just as we call him, name him score.
Yep.
Few years ago, Ali Watkins of all on that breakaway
Scoring
would
that.
have pressed gas.
Yeah.
Against his age I reach him.
Well, that was Chalobah that was defending him. Chalobah did well, even though he did sell himself and went to ground a little bit early.
Hey, yo, look, keep your eye on Body Shield in that corner kick. Keep your eye on number 5. Keep your eye on number 5. On the corner kick. Body Shield, the biggest defender Chelsea has.
Just stand up looking.
I think Body Shield wants out. January can't come quickly enough for Body Shield take himself. The man, shouldn't the biggest defender be the one to attack corners for clear?
But that's the thing with Zona. Well, yes. To answer your question, yes.
Body Shield, just stand up there and say, yo, brother, it's like some yard men that play a ball and we say, yo, brother, the ball is too far and I don't make a move.
I'm not gonna bother go for it.
I don't stress up myself. All right, so now Chelsea has all to do. They can't get a draw out of this game, Estevao needs to get the ball. But let's see if Aston Villa can manage the game. Junior, question for you. Any distraction for Enzo Maresca? We know that David Ornstein and others are reporting that he's on the Man City's list.
No.
Any distraction here?
No.
Because
No. Two is
He's
two.
been asked about it multiple times in press conferences. In fact, last time him say a speculation.
It's
Shut
too-
you!
it's
Good
too-
block.
It's too easy.
My bro God.
That's too easy of an excuse.
But wouldn't you want if you're Enzo Maresca, that's almost like a dream job.
You I
If you
mean,
coach the Pep Guardiola, who's ever get Man City after Pep leaves? I mean, that person is getting a very well built squad, big money squad.
yes, you're also getting a squad that in most for most indication, you're getting a squad that you cannot go up any further. So
Yeah, but now man, you have young players. By the way, a 2-1 ball game now, update the score.
yeah,
There,
already
2-1.
updated. Check it again. It's already updated. But
Okay.
I
Got my
you
internet I say a 1-1.
you talking about them have young players. If Pep Guardiola cannot, you're not coming there to overtake Pep Guardiola. What Pep just did. I was seeing that with Liverpool right now with Arne Slot taking over from
Again,
legendary
it's another
Jurgen
one.
Klopp.
3-1. Sorry.
Oh,
good
that
save,
Sancho.
Good save, Sanchez. Good save. Yeah, sorry, Junior. You were saying.
Yeah, so Man City is not a dream job right now. Man City can be a dream job for the coach after the coach had take over from Pep Guardiola, assuming that they don't got the team.
No, man. I'm taking that Man City job now and twice on Sundays.
You're crazy. You're nuts.
Especially if they win the Premier League.
You are
This
nuts.
is a serial winning team.
You are
All
nuts.
me have to do is make sure every man knows them for weigh in when Christmas break down.
You're nuts. Aston Villa is now official title contenders. That's what BM is asking. I'll answer that question in about 5 minutes, BM. What's that boy? Jesus Christ!
No, Esteban, come on. You can't make Sancho salad them with it, brother.
Come off of the field! Come off of the field!
Esteban, we cannot have that. This is an embarrassment for Brazil. You can't have that, brother.
The
I'm saying never go to your
backside!
leg. Rewind, Mr. TV producer. Rewind. I hope they didn't go through your leg. Watch out! Robert Sanchez running out of the box with the ball and slip outside the box and argue. And a handball outside the box. What kind of foolishness is this? Who is coaching this Chelsea team?
The man when you talk about when he go to his dream job, you crazy.
I tell you, Sir Enzo Maresca, mind distracted. Oh, him just unlucky. Robert Sanchez. Unlucky. How they feel? I am sorry, Robert. But this is not going to help you with Chelsea fans, though. Free kick to Aston Villa right outside the 18. A victory would equal longest ever winning run in all competitions with a win today. Set 11 victories set in 1897. Box cover. So Lucas Digne, by the way, over in AFCON, 1-1 between Uganda and Tanzania. Junior, I think I might stay and do a watch along for this Nigeria-Tunisia game, you know.
I'm gonna do some work, man.
Let's see, I gotta do some work.
Yeah.
This is BCN Sports Work, the home of sports.
Me hang around, but I don't have being, so.
Good save, youth.
Very good save.
And Sancho again, having Estevao.
Jesus. Where Esteval gone? The cameraman on wonder where he gone.
I hope it was a salad still. I
Of
just
course
hope. I
it was a
can't have a
salad.
little ball and get salad by above them.
Yo, look at the dad, brother.
Can't, can't, can't have the ball and get salad by above them with it. By the way, Amadou Onana has been huge in that midfield for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Estevao. Ball to Gitinza.
Have we called Dilap name since he come on? I almost forget that he was playing.
Yeah, we call him. He ran back on a tackle. He got a yellow card.
But
Remember, he got a yellow card with he and Caicedo. Both of them picked up a yellow card.
Yeah, yeah, I got it, yeah.
So we did call his name.
Well, you did say going into halftime it might be a tale of two halves, and that's exactly what we're having right now, is a tale of two halves.
So what does this say though, Junior? Is this saying that this Chelsea team cannot play a full 90 minutes of ball game?
Yes.
A very elite, high level, good football for 90 minutes. We saw last week against Newcastle, they were dominated in the first half, then subsequently dominated Newcastle in the second half. I know first half, decent first half, but bad second half again.
Yeah, they
Penalty
can't.
ref! Okay.
They can't.
No, Esteban
play
on a
full 90
different
minutes.
planet with these Chelsea attackers because he was looking for one of them to cut inside to come for the ball and Dilap run at people's shoulder. Morgan Rogers. Watch out. Reece James argue with who?
Yeah, because he wanted a handball.
Yeah, but
Which-
Reece James a big man for know said them rule that you can't flip the ball upon the man while the man the side and get penalty. A big man, a long time he play ball.
Well,
Donald said Villa versus Arsenal next.
yeah, it's a big game. The Unai Emery return game.
Now, the problem with that game though is that you don't. I want to see these two teams fully loaded, right? And with the suspension for Kamara is a huge. Because then Unai Emery are gonna do the same stupidness. He's gonna probably forced into it more or less now because your Tillemans is gonna drop him beside Amadou Onana in that game at the base.
Yeah, but then Buendia is going to get more space to roam because Declan Rice and Zubimendi is not Caicedo and ends up Fernandez who just got another yellow card. So it is different approaches. So we'll see.
Reese. By the way, so what would be Aston Villa point standing now if they hold it to take the 3 points? What is
They
it?
are going to they still
39 points?
they still will be on third on 39 points, but they will be keeping pace with City.
Okay.
So they are one behind City and three behind Arsenal. So then that game, Aston Villa versus Arsenal, if Aston Villa win, they could end they're playing at Arsenal. Let me pull that back. 3 days from now, that's not happening. A lot to play for. Plus, with Chelsea losing, my Manchester
Over yet,
United.
Junior.
Huh?
It's not over yet.
It's over. My Manchester United is now firmly.
In 5th spot.
Well, they're still in 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. They're in 6th spot, but Chelsea and them will be tied on points, and it's over.
Big up D-Wise, D-Wayne said Chelsea need a coach. They need to coach. Chelsea play good football, but they need consistency in an end product. They need to coach. Or they need a coach. I don't know. Um, well, I don't know if this was Unai's plan from the jump, but if it was well executed, I don't necessarily think it was his plan from the jump because again, I thought I'm not going up against this Chelsea team and not starting Amadou Onana and Kamara at the base and having my dogs run at Chelsea, especially Body Shield. Come on. But regardless, it doesn't matter how you do it, you get the 3 points. So big up to Aston Villa.
Yeah, I mean, look, to go to with what you just said, and for all those watching, do remember hit the like, hit the subscribe button on YouTube right now. Go to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. But and if you're on YouTube watching right now, hit the subscribe button. For what you said about Unai Emery's plan and yada yada yada, he took a risk. I mean, anybody playing against Chelsea, anybody playing against the top 5 teams in the Premier League right now, top 4 teams. I'm talking about Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, and we'll put Aston Villa in that bracket as well. You're better forward with a midfield. You cannot, you better approach that game willing to take the midfield. And Unai Emery, in my opinion, he had Buendia, Tillemans, and Kamara. And I think he was banking on Kamara and Tillemans doing the dirty work and maintain and at least finding some parity in the midfield. Now, Chelsea might feel a little bit unlucky because they had the chances. They scored of probably the least opportune chance that they had. The goal that they scored wasn't the best chance that they had. They had other chances. So that's the risk that Unai took in the first half. Survived it, came out the second half, and I don't think he threw caution to the wind. He just made a little bit of changes to his team where you put on take off Buendia, put on Onana, and put Tillemans more up front to let Tillemans now apply a little bit more pressure that Buendia couldn't afford. And I think Watkins came on and did what Malin couldn't do. And it's the same approach, and they turned the game around. When you look at the whole 90 minutes, I think Aston Villa overall outplayed Chelsea. The way it started though, Chelsea should have taken the lead early, should have scored at least 2 goals early. The same thing that happened with Newcastle, turnaround happened to them this week. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, Chelsea now what? 5th with 29 points. Is that where they are?
39.
39 points. Chelsea?
No, Chelsea's on 29. Sorry.
Yeah, 5th with 29 points, right?
Yes.
So what which about Manchester United then?
5th with 29 points as well.
And the reason why I'm laughing is that I don't know with Chelsea. I don't know. I will say this. After last weekend's game against Newcastle, Unai manager of Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, said bad first half, but credit the second half. Excellent second half.
Right.
And I agree with him 100. Now, fast forward again this week, good first half, but poor second half. So what is it why Chelsea cannot play 90 minutes a ball game?
All right. So the problem is this. The problem with that question is this. You're asking me to answer a question and not assume that they are playing against another team and not robots. So the reason why, to answer your question then, is coaching. And I think Enzo Maresca is getting found out. I think Enzo Maresca is getting exposed. Now, he did well getting a reaction from them against Newcastle. All right? But then you put that down to the players. However, the way how Chelsea was deployed today, they were deployed better than Aston Villa. Halftime, two teams came out, the game completely changed. The players don't change, it's the coach. That is where the coach makes his tactical changes. I say it all the time. The coach the only influence a coach have on a game, first 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes of the second half, and the last 10 minutes of the second half. First 5 minutes of the game, first 5 of the second half, last 10 minutes of the second half. And clearly, Unai Emery outcoached the Chelsea coaching camp coming out in the second half, because an Enzo Maresca fan might want to come at us and say, well, you know, Enzo Maresca was suspended, so he wasn't able to influence the game like he could have if he was standing on the sideline. You know, some blue fan out there will come to with that stupidness. However, that was the difference in the game. Unai Emery outcoached Chelsea. Yeah, that's just what happened.
Yeah, you know, this is what, year 2 of Enzo Maresca, right?
Yeah.
And maybe he needs more time to kind of... I fundamentally believe that teams take on the personalities of their managers. People build and form teams in their images. And maybe it's the same sort of personality of Enzo Maresca. He can really be red hot at press conferences, and sometimes he's like, just really kind of like, don't bother with me, you know. And I say all of that to say this: this Chelsea team, and we heard him said something recently about maybe he needs a more experienced player, or a couple experienced players. And what he's telling me with that comment, or to paraphrase that comment, is that the children that he has are not growing up fast enough. But I don't even think these are children. These are grown men. I think football playing numbers, these are grown men. I mean, Enzo Fernandez won a World Cup. Reece James has played a lot of football, I mean, from Wapikil Phillip. I don't know. This team lacks cohesion. Gittins earlier beat Matty Cash, drove into the box. Enzo Fernandez is standing here wide open with about 5 yards of space, where he could rotate in that 5 yards of space from exactly, you know, perpendicular to the penalty box. 5 yards of space. Just pass the ball to him. But no, Gittins decided, oh, let me cut into this yards of space and take a shot myself. One thing we see with the great teams is that when you play as a team, you sacrifice your individual achievements for the team's objective. And that's where Chelsea, I think, is still lacking. And maybe this is what Maresca is alluding to, is that the young players are not willing to sacrifice their individual achievements for the team growth. And it coming back to bite them in their ass, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, but then you are now assuming that Gittins saw and chose not to pass. I mean, that's also a young mistake, a young inexperienced mistake, not having the vision to recognize there's a better option, or not having the speed of processing of the game to recognize that was a better play. Still the same result with a little bit different rhetoric though, because you could be young, inexperienced, but have the potential, or you could be selfish, and if you're selfish, then we'll throw the young and inexperienced adjective out of there. Because we have to get the selfish fix first. Right? So,
But
where do Gittins fit in this, and where does Chelsea
I
fit
put
in
it
all
as
this?
selfish because I've seen that with other players and with the CM group too many times. And too many of these wingers believe that it's their responsibility to score goals. It's not your responsibility as a winger to score goals. Set up the man in a better position. That's part and parcel, one of the essential role of a winger. But we now age now in a football where every winger want turn cut in and score pan left and right. Two things in football. You're supposed to see people and people communicate. Enzo Fernandez is standing there with his hands and say, yo, ball, ball. Unless him not speak the same language, which to me don't make no sense. Got him there on the same team, go to the same training camp.
Yeah.
Enzo Maresca's Chelsea, 1 win in 6 Premier League games. They're close to 16 place leads than they are to 3rd place Villa in terms of points. So this according to the BBC, I could repeat that. Chelsea's 1 win in 6 Premier League games. They are close to 16 place leads than they are to 3rd place Villa in terms of points.
All right.
1 win in 6 Premier League games.
Yeah, so that you see how rhetoric works, because you're 45 minutes away from we're all good versus the world is burning.
Yeah, but
No.
if it didn't work out, and again we want to connect last week, the week before, all of them add up in CM outcome. Is something, I don't know how I go on, but we have ball chat tomorrow if it dies, so maybe we can come up with some solutions or hear from the manager himself post-match. Because something, Chelsea fans, something not right over there. Something not right over there.
Cool. All I would say to Chelsea fans is cool. If for the thing, look, Aston Villa is 3rd place. It's not like if it was Wolves that came there and came from behind and beat you, then we're having a conversation. You lost to the 3rd place team at home. Granted, it's not a good feeling. But you can't. You were already 9 points behind them. I mean, okay, it's okay to lose some of these games.
No, it's not. It's not.
It's okay. Unfortunately, that's how they're going to close out the year. Or do they have another game before the year ends?
Remember, folks, Aston Villa next game is at Leaders Arsenal on Tuesday.
Yeah, and Chelsea hosts Bournemouth Tuesday. So they have an opportunity to right the wrongs.
And I think they'll beat Bournemouth because Bournemouth right now, I think with Bournemouth, this Anton Semenyo reports, I think it's unsettled in that group. And if they're moving on from Anton Semenyo, they need to make a decision and move on as soon as the window open.
Yeah.
Because he's a linchpin to what they do and have done this season. He even scored today. But how Bournemouth to get 4-1 from Brentford?
I mean, what I talk about bug games.
Because the team started red hot and it's just been falling.
But Brentford is a bigger team than Bournemouth. Brentford is higher than Bournemouth. They are better than Bournemouth. The team to look out for the most right now, in my opinion, is Sunderland. And if Sunderland, don't look now, Chelsea fans, but Sunderland is 2 points behind you and Manchester United.
Well, Sunderland play Leeds tomorrow, so if they beat Leeds, then
yeah,
it will be 2 points. But the thing is that Sunderland, I think, miss about 5 or 6 players, right? At AFCON.
Right, but it doesn't matter. That just shows how fickle things are. Now, for what Aston Villa is doing, Aston Villa, Man City, and Arsenal, they started to separate themselves from the trash, right? Which is important to them because before we can talk about Aston Villa being title contenders, you better separate yourself from Liverpool and Chelsea, which they just separated themselves from Chelsea. Next up is Liverpool, right? So before you can start talking about chasing top two, which is kind of go to what you were talking about with Chelsea being closer to the rat race that they are to the title race. That is where we separate ourselves, especially during this festive season. And we spoke about it at our last Ball Chat show. Chelsea hosted Aston Villa. We are going to know if Aston Villa is for real. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Regardless of what happened Tuesday, Aston Villa is for real. Regardless of what happened Tuesday.
Well, and what would Aston Villa be for real look like to you? What essentially are the metrics for Aston Villa being for real?
For me,
they check that box.
The metric for Aston Villa to check the box to say that they are for real. Champions League spots is what? 4? Top 4, maybe top 5 in England, right?
Maybe top 5, depending on if things go the way of the English team.
But more likely it's top 4, right?
Yeah.
If Aston Villa is for real, then everybody is chasing one Champions League spot. The 4th place. Okay. If Aston Villa is for real, top 3 is already sold up. We already know the top 3 teams in the Premier League. We know the top 2 teams in the Premier League is Arsenal and Man City. These run of games that Aston Villa going through with Chelsea first and then going to Arsenal, if they are somehow to navigate these and come out feeling positive, then I don't think we're in a top 3. There's a race for top 3. There's a race only for the 4th spot. Because Aston Villa now should find enough buoyancy from here on out, if they are for real. Now, we saw it last year when the wheels fell off. You lose to PSG in the Champions League, and then all of a sudden, your whole season just wipe off the face of the earth. It can happen again because Aston Villa still the short staff in their squad. They need to bolster that squad. But we'll see.
Yeah, but to the positive, I will reserve the for real statement regarding Aston Villa. I'm impressed with their start to the season.
We're halfway through the season, better. There's no longer start.
I will reserve the for real statement. But they're winning games, and that is good for them. Good for them. And that's the only thing you can do. You can play and secure what's in front of you. It would be such a bad thing if you do all this heavy lifting earlier on and then fall apart at the end and don't make Champions League.
They did that last year.
All right. So this is why I will reserve until this.
Which is true. I agree.
But kudos to them. I think the fact that Ali Watkins scored was a huge plus. It's a good sign for them. I will say that Danny Malan, I don't know what they need to do. They need to figure out what to do with him because he did not look threatening today in his start. And so maybe he needs to start with Watkins. I don't know. But when Jadon Sancho looks good against you, you know that's a big plus. And he did look good.
Because Chelsea giving up that space. And we know Arsenal not giving up that space. Chelsea at times.
I thought you said Arsenal get space later on.
No.
Earlier with Bondia. Because
Bondia will get opportunity. But what Chelsea does is they're playing full-on press, man-to-man, full length of the field. You're not getting that against Arsenal. Arsenal is more compact. They are more composed defensively. Buendia going to get his chances. It's a different approach. What we saw Sancho do today when he beat Gittins. He got by Gittins. And just by that one drop on the shoulder and kicking the ball in the space, he looked up and it was a wide open green space. You're not getting that against Arsenal. You won't. So, we'll see Tuesday. I would not be surprised. Looking at how Unai Emery approach a game today, he's going to approach a game the same way against Arsenal. It would not surprise me if the game draw. It wouldn't surprise me.
I wouldn't be surprised either. I would not be surprised. Yeah. But of course, the big miss, of course, for Aston Villa will be Kamara, right?
Kamara, right.
Kamara will be a huge miss for them. And of course, we don't know the status of the Arsenal right back situation. We saw Declan Rice started at right back today. Ben White, we don't know what going on, if he'll be available. But so that's it for me now. Time for we take over yourself, I guess, engineer. We're going to relax and watch Nigeria versus Tunisia and go and enjoy with festive fixtures of football games.
Yeah, man. So people...
And then tomorrow I might turn on do a watch along. Of course, tomorrow we have Ball Chat Weekly, but might do a watch along for AFCON at the late game. Ivory Coast versus Cameroon. Leading up to so that game's at 3 o'clock. So might see if we can watch that game. And of course Tuesday for them out to turn on the machine for Arsenal versus Aston Villa.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. So people, do remember, hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, I put the YouTube chat, the link in the chat. Go ahead and go over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We're on, as you can see, with the Stark Football, and it's a fun atmosphere. Big up BM every time. Big up to all the listeners. We have a good number of people that tuned in on Facebook. YouTube is looking steady, but definitely had some good numbers listening on Facebook. So go over to YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Big up to the one viewer on Twitch. I don't know who that Twitch viewer is right now, but we have one person watching on Twitch. So big up yourself on Twitch every time. Benton, I ain't that enough. Do remember, hit the like, subscribe. You can follow us on all your social media locations, wherever you, except Twitter, because we're bun Twitter. And for all those who don't know what bun Twitter mean, we're not on Twitter anymore. Later.
See you there. Bless up.